Okay, this is just going to be a quick finish video of the John Deere LX172. The machine is done and it will be going up for sale very soon. I'd like to test it out on a larger lawn than I currently have to make sure the bagger is working correctly. If my trailer wasn't there and that New York plated Ford Escape wasn't there, I could move my trailer and use my front lawn. But I don't really want to crash into that Ford Escape if I tried to pull the trailer out, and it's just too much work to do. So anyways, the machine's done. I pressure washed the machine with a free pressure washer I found on the side of the road, and both the tractor came out perfectly fine and the pressure washer worked perfectly fine. I pressure washed the engine, we pressure washed the entire chassis of the tractor, we pressure washed the deck. Emily loves her dogs, gave me a hand with that. The tractor actually turned out pretty good. The only real rust on this machine is on the deck, just in the front area, right down there. I have test cut with this machine as much as I could, and it seems to work pretty good. At first, it would not drop down. The 3 idler wheels were set all the way up to the very top. So I'm thinking they were using this machine as a leaf sucker at the end of last year or the year before. Like I said yesterday or in the previous video, I don't know when this machine was necessarily used last. I think it's been sitting longer than a year. But the battery took a charge, which is good. The only real damage on this tractor is the hood and the seat. I could not find anything else wrong with this machine. The bags are both in good shape. No cracks in the bagger assembly, no rips in the bags. I'll fire the machine up. It's got a full tank of premium in it now, so it starts and runs a lot better. No more hesitation, no more having to use choke to start it up, and that's pretty much it. I also figured out it has a few little quirks, not really nothing major. It's the stuff that's designed to have. You got to be in neutral to start it. It has a neutral safety switch, and you have to have at least the clutch on to start it. You don't have to have the brake on. So as long as the clutch is in, it will start. I wish as long as you had the clutch and brake in, it would start if it's in gear, but it won't, unfortunately. Let's fire it up. So you can see here, no major hesitation, because before, when you would go up notches, because these throttles have notches into them, so as it comes up, it notch. You couldn't even get to the first notch without it wanting to stall. Now it revs up perfectly fine. The battery light is coming on occasionally. I'm going to stick the battery on charge once more, but I'm going to be selling it with this current battery that's in it, as far as I know. I have one that's a little bit better that came out of that Husky 4-wheel steer I had, so I might end up swapping in that battery. We'll see. And then there's a couple spots under the hood that I might shoot with a quick coat of paint and call it done, just to make it look a little bit better. I don't have any yellow to spray the deck. Also, to get a good coat on the deck, you'd have to take the deck off, and I don't really want to get into taking the deck off. I did a visual inspection on the blades. They both appear to be nice and sharp. They feel sharp when you touch them with my hand, and they're not sharp enough that they'll cut like cut myself, but they're sharp enough that they cut grass perfectly fine. And I guess that's pretty much it. Like I said in the previous video, this machine is not a Lowe's branded John Deere. This is a real John Deere. It has a real full chassis underneath it. This is a very good quality machine, and hopefully I get what I wanted to get out of it. I only paid $100 for the machine, but I'm hoping to get between $600 and $700 for it when I go to sell it, which I think this machine should be able to get that, even though it has the crack in the hood and the cracks in the seat. These machines do hold their value extremely well, and these machines deserve a higher price than, say, an MTD or a Craftsman. Depends on the Craftsman. The LX or the GT series of Craftsmans, they're much better, so they deserve a higher price as well. So when I go to sell this machine, I'm going to put it up for sale or trade. I'm looking for a little dune buggy for Emily and myself, so we can rip around where our RV is. So when I sell something, I always go for sale or trade, and hopefully I can trade it for something I do want and that we both can have some fun with. So I guess that's pretty much it. The story on the John Deere LX172. The machine is done, and I'm still not going to say what's wrong with this. What was wrong with this machine in the previous video. Hey, try and post in that video, see if you can get what was wrong with it. And after a while, after a few people guess what it was, I will reply to the comments, and I will say yes or no, that's what it was, or that's what it wasn't. So, I guess that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please try and comment. And yes, it was just one $3 part.